In today's video, Daniel Cormier reacts to his UFC Hall of Fame announcement. Dana White discusses who's next for Tony Ferguson following his UFC 274 loss. Conor McGregor roasts Tony Ferguson on Twitter. Michael Chandler talks potential fight with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor responds to callouts from Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler. Carla Esparza reacts to becoming the UFC Strawweight champion for a second time in her career. Let's roll.
All right, let's get this show started.
Daniel Cormier's induction to the UFC's Hall of Fame was announced during the broadcast of the UFC 274 pay-per-view. The former UFC heavyweight and light heavyweight champion will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame's modern wing as a member of the class of 2022. The 2022 UFC Hall of Fame induction ceremony is scheduled to take place on June 30th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Here's how DC reacted to his UFC Hall of Fame announcement.
What's up, guys? Tonight I got told that I'm going into the Hall of Fame. I am so excited about this honor. I am privileged. Guys, I appreciate all the love and support that you have given me over the years, whether you were cheering or booing. I could not have done all that I've done without you. So all love from me and my team at the American Kickboxing Academy, all of my coaches, my managers. It takes a village to build a champion. To my wife Selena and my children, I love you guys so much. And hey, we did it. We absolutely did it, and we're going to the Hall of Fame. So big night for the Cormier clan.
Tony Ferguson picked up his fourth loss on the bounce at UFC 274 as Michael Chandler knocked out the former interim champion in devastating fashion. Speaking to the media during UFC 274's post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White reacted to Tony's brutal loss and discussed what could be next for him. Here's the clip.
What do you want next for Tony? That's now like 3-4 in a row, and he's, as you said, coming off a bad knockout loss.
Yeah, well, everybody was asking me this week leading up to this fight, is this a make or break for Tony Ferguson, if whatever? And I said, no, I mean, he's still one of the top 10 guys in the world. He looked damn good in that first round. But that was a vicious knockout. You know what I mean? I think what needs to happen now is Tony needs to take some time off after that knockout, and I don't know, but it's not like, oh my God, Tony got dominated and looks like he doesn't even belong here. And Tony looked damn good right up until he got caught. And in this game, anybody can get caught with anything.
Conor McGregor wasted no time in trolling Tony Ferguson after the UFC veteran was brutally knocked out. Taking to his social media, McGregor took some shots at Ferguson, comparing Tony's squashed face with a chicken nugget. He tweeted, "Tony had some great nuggets in the media buildup. Then he got punt kicked to the chin and got turned into a nugget himself. That's crazy." He then posted this photo of Tony's face and wrote, "If you pulled that out of a McDonald's bag, you dip it in sauce and eat without a moment's thought. No doubt that would pass as a legit McDonald's chicken nugget. That's crazy." Conor continued by posting photos of chicken nuggets and captioning them with, "That's crazy. McDonald's near me in Saint Tropez, still open. I'm in. Sorry, meant that for Google. I'm starving." Michael Chandler picked up what is arguably the best knockout of his career against Tony Ferguson on Saturday night. After a shaky first round, Chandler bounced back by blasting Ferguson with a front kick to the face that sent Ferguson face first to the canvas. Speaking to UFC News shortly following the conclusion of the event, Chandler reacted to his impressive victory and shared his thoughts on a potential fight with Conor McGregor. Here's the clip.
Tony Ferguson always shows up, and he showed up in the first round. It was hard to get the distance. It was hard to figure out the timing and his angles and his weird, idiosyncrasies and habits. Clipped me, and then I clipped him in the second. So this is a game of inches, and we're all human beings, man. I respect Tony a ton. I was excited to compete against him. If I would have been watching that on TV, I would have been feeling for him, but I saw it in real time, obviously, and thank God I had enough wherewithal not to come down with more shots after that, because he didn't need that. But one of the greatest knockouts of my life, obviously, and I'm glad it's over. The best thing about a fight is when it's over. Conor has forever cemented himself as a guy who can he can keep his options open, and that's what he does. You know, he said sometime down the line, if I read the tweet correctly. So we'll see. I know right now what I just did again, my last couple fights, I think I've solidified myself as a guy who's electrifying in the division. I don't mean to brag on myself. I don't mean to gloat. But there's not only so many guys that are going to put butts in seats, and it's guaranteed action-packed, non-stop action every single time you step inside the octagon. That's me. That's who I've quickly become. I think obviously Conor is that as well, so we'll see what happens next.
Charles Oliveira tapped out Justin Gaethje in the main event of UFC 274 for what was supposed to be his second title defense. Following the fight, DuBronx stated he is willing to take on all challengers and invited Conor McGregor to step up to the challenge. The Irishman responded on Twitter with the following remarks: "I am not sure I wish to cut the weight. I am really enjoying being built like a refrigerator. I feel I want to fight at this size just to watch it back, lol. But I'd love to fight the Brazilian 100%. I love Brazil and I'm unbeaten against Brazil. All KOs. I have some thinking to do." The other call out was done by Michael Chandler, who scored a knockout of the year contender over Tony Ferguson. In a very hyped up post-fight interview, Chandler called out McGregor. Shortly after, McGregor replied to the challenge by tweeting, "I'd have a nice knock off this guy, no doubt it. A fireworks spectacle. I like the 170 shout also, tipped him over. I'm definitely game to fight this guy at some stage in my career. I see it happening after tonight. Congrats on a solid win, Michael, and another barnstormer." What do you guys think of these callouts? Who would you like to see McGregor fight in his return? Let us know in the comment section. Rose Namajunas and Carla Esparza had previously met back in December of 2014, where it was Cookie Monster who came out the victor by way of submission. Now, 8 years later, Esparza once again defeated Namajunas to claim the UFC Strawweight title for a second time in her career. Speaking to UFC News shortly following the event, Carla discussed her UFC 274 victory and reacted to reclaiming her belt. Here's the clip.
Full circle, most definitely. I mean, you know, winning the title to start this division and then 8 years later coming back and picking it back up, you know, it's amazing. It definitely feels full circle. I definitely thought it was a possibility that Rose might kind of stay on the outside and pick her shots, but I guess I was surprised at the lack of volume. I felt that she was going to be a little bit more aggressive, like with her strikes. I definitely feel that Rose has come a long way with her, you know, takedown defense and then just her ability to like get back up. You know, I feel that she definitely worked really hard at that, and I wasn't able to hold her down, which I honestly thought going into it that we'd spend a lot more time on the ground. To be honest, it felt like I was fighting like a different fighter than the Rose I fought the first time. The fight went completely differently. She came in with a completely different game plan, so it definitely felt different. I think reclaiming my belt like solidifies me as like, come on, now I gotta go. It's always been my dream to be in the UFC Hall of Fame, and now I'm like, I gotta be in there. I just solidified it. So, you know, I think I've done a lot for the sport, for women's MMA, and it's been amazing to see it from where I started before I was in the UFC to where it is now. I guess I would sum up the time in between as, you know, you stumble, you fall sometimes, but you got to pick yourself back up, keep working hard, keep evolving, and you can make anything happen.
Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user Zlita. Second place goes to Chuck Norris. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named Conor McGregor. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.